What's ailing you today, my dear?
I hate the bank.
Yeah.
I hate the bank so much.
Why do you hate the bank so much?
Because they're stupid.
Okay. And what makes them stupid?
Okay. So I had 2 checks that I had to take into the bank. I don't have to do this often. Like, we
Right.
never have to go to the bank or cash checks But I had 1 check from Canada Post from, like, months ago because they lost a $600 order and did not try to find it. They just like, meh, whatever, we lost it. So they're like, but we'll give you the insurance on it. So here's a check for $136, which I guess is better than nothing. But they made it out to Rouye Tattoo instead of my name.
Right.
But Rouye is my name.
Yeah.
And yeah, the lady was like, yeah, we can't cash this. It's going to bounce back because it doesn't have your name on it. The other one had N Rouye Thrun.
That's good.
And she had me thinking that one was going to be an issue too, but that was like $1,000 check, and I was about to throw hands if she told me that couldn't be.
So we went to Canada
yeah.
Post.
So we went to Canada Post.
And the lady there is like
dumb.
Yeah. Well,
has your business name on it. Yeah, but I don't know. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. My name is the business name. Why does it matter? Why didn't Canada Post? They didn't even put my address on the check. What? Ugh.
Bankers are wankers.
Bankers are wankers. I'm just really like, then she's like, call customer service. I don't want to fucking call customer service. Like the whole thing has just been like an issue right from them losing this $600 order.
Yeah. Okay.
But whatever. That's what I'm pissed about today.
Yeah.
What's ailing you today?
It's fucking snowing outside.
And the snow doesn't look real.
It's like a little beady.
Yeah.
Half hail,
it looks
half
like
styrofoam.
Styrofoam?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like real snow. I sure as shit don't like fake snow. Leave it. Like, I don't want it.
It's fake snow made by the government to control your emotions and make you sad.
Well, it's making me something.
Welcome to another episode of Kevin Causes Chaos. Today, we're going to talk about ghost hunting. Are they real? Are they not real? Did we have any genuine, unexplainable experiences whilst hunting for the paranormal ghosty poos? So we started in our friend's house.
Yes.
Because she's got an old house with a creepy crawl space. And we have the spirit box.
Yep.
The thing that like goes through radio static. And then if you're
like,
lucky, a word will pop out.
Yeah.
And we have little cat toy balls. Mm-hmm. You can touch them, and they'll light up.
Yep.
And we have the EMF, electromagnetic frequency.
So the light will change.
Majig.
Yes. Yeah.
And
we got some stuff. I'm going to be posting the video like probably tomorrow to the Patreon. So if anybody's watched it already, they'll know what we talk about here. But if you haven't watched that, or if you're not a part of the Patreon, go check it out. The link is in my bio, and then you can watch all the footage that we got ghost hunting and everything that we're going to talk about here and kind of dissect.
Could we maybe even include like at least one clip in this?
Yeah, we can include a clip in this.
Like the cat ball.
Yeah,
one.
the cat ball one with you. Yeah, I'll include that in this.
Okay.
Yep.
So we had like some words come through.
Yeah, we had some words. There were some like really clear ones at some point. Yeah.
Because I tried to take it serious.
Yeah, and you were doing
really good. For the most part,
yeah.
I did good. But the voice I use is the voice I use when I'm talking to the cats, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, but I tried to like.
But it's not. I think that like, you know, because Tina had said, because I showed her some stuff,
right.
And Tina was like, "Oh, it's funny how it's like you're talking to somebody who's like hard of hearing or like a child," and I'm like, "But you almost you have to be very clear."
The
I think
voice
in what you're
in my
saying.
head, the voice I used was if you walk into a house, like a house you're familiar with, like knock, 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 open the door,
like if
come
we went
in,
to Haley's,
and that hello that you say when you first walk into someone's house and you can't see them, like hello, hi,
hello,
like a question, hello, That's the hello I tried
Yeah.
to use.
Yeah. So we checked up the crawl space, and there was really nothing.
The light balls,
The crawl space was creepy.
Right.
But there was really nothing that
the
came.
light balls didn't go off.
Nothing went off down there.
But the questions that I found were getting the most attention in Haley's house was, I brought girls with me. Do you like the girls?
Yeah.
And do you want
Cigarettes.
cigarettes or smokes?
Yeah.
The first time I asked, I was like, hey, I've got like 2 pretty girls here with me.
Yeah.
And it said kidnap. on the
Yeah,
spirit
that was
box.
crazy. Yeah.
And then we went upstairs in her house, and she has old diaries and old family heirlooms
Yeah,
from
her
like
ancestors from like the
1860
1800s.
and shit.
Yeah.
And we like put that with all the ghost hunting
Yeah.
equipment, and we had some shit come through.
Yeah.
Like she heard her name.
Yeah. And she said it sounded like her grandma.
Right.
Yeah.
But then the light balls would go off, and the EMF thing would go off
Yeah.
a little bit. But the EMF thing, it's like we had our phones out too.
Yeah. So if our phone got close
Too
enough,
close to it, it would spike.
it would spike.
And it's like a 2-foot kind of radius with the phone.
Yeah.
Like it seems to like go off. So I think
Yeah. I think the cat balls are like more reliable than
some
the
of the
EMF.
weirdest ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
So I'm going to put a clip here right now of the first time we had the cat ball go off with Kevin, and it's super cool. So you're going to watch that quick. It's only like a 40-second clip.
It's a very old journal, but it's a very... I lifted my arm up off the table, but I don't think that was enough
But that
to do
wasn't
that.
enough. Is that you, Mary? Try to touch one of the other balls here.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my arms off the table. I've seen this ball go over, light up. I didn't touch that at all.
No, I know you didn't.
What about this ball over here? So, you have to significantly touch these.
Yes.
Or like bang the fuck out of the table
I
to
was
make the table move.
jumping on the floor last night when the one was going off in the cat kennel.
Right.
I was jumping and it wasn't going off
Yeah.
until I like kicked the kennel and then
Yeah.
it went off. But all you did was raise your arm off of the table and it went off. And then, I mean, I have zoomed in on that clip. I have slowed it down.
Right.
And you don't touch that at all. When
No.
you say light up and it lights,
Yeah.
you're nowhere near that shit.
Yeah. That was
That
the
was
one
cool.
time of the night where I felt goosebumps and chills
Yeah.
come up my whole
Yeah.
body. And like I felt like I just got like jump scared. Like,
Yeah.
that's the one time where I got pretty spooked.
Then we went to our place.
Yeah.
And if you watched last week's episode of Kevin Causes Chaos, we talked about Kevin's dream. And I think our house was weird because, like Haley said, it felt more like a residual thing. So more of like the past playing out, like a storyline playing out or an experience playing out versus like an actual intelligent energy. But when I was going through all the footage, I completely forgot about you asking if anyone was here and the ball going off in front of Joel.
It's on a concrete floor.
It's
There's
on
a
a
carpet
concrete
down,
floor,
but it's a concrete floor.
But nothing, so it's not like floorboards or like, and Joel was way farther away from it than even I. From the angle I was
Right,
looking at
yeah.
Joel, he looked closer to it, but
Probably
the angle
about
the camera's
a foot
at,
away.
he was far, and he was standing, or he was
was
kneeling
on his
knees up with
Yeah.
his arms crossed like this, just watching, and it went off right after you said, "Is anybody here?"
Yeah.
And that was cool.
And Haley's went off.
Haley's went off when
And then
I had
The
the spirit
headphones
box
in.
in, the headphones in,
But then I spooked you.
and then you scared the fuck out of me.
And then yours went off the same time I scared you.
And we're not sure.
It doesn't look like anything
It doesn't
touches
look like
it.
anything touches it.
But you moved
But I
significantly.
did move, like I did jump. But Haley's, nobody touched it.
Right.
And after that, because when I had the headphones in, I was already feeling very weird to begin with.
Yeah. Listening to that shit in your headphones.
It's
kind
eerie.
of a trip. Yeah.
Because it sounds like, the beginning of American Horror Story, first of all. It's exactly what it sounds. That's what they've sampled. But it felt physically very weird. There was also a moment at Haley's the first time before Joel got home where you grabbed my hand and I just was like overcome with sadness.
That's what happens when I touch people.
No.
Yeah.
And like it started like in my stomach and built up, and then I felt like, when you're about to cry and your nose starts, it starts with your nose. It's like when you get your nose pierced. And then it went up and then my eyes kind of started watering. And Haley, that was when Haley had the spirit box. We didn't have the headphones at that point, but that was like shortly before Haley heard her name.
Okay.
And possibly heard her uncle. It was kind of when it felt like we were more connecting with like Haley's, like the journal came out. Like, yeah, it was weird though. It was really strange. But then in our house, we all took turns with the headphones in the spirit box. And it really felt like we were connecting with a young girl, younger than, like, I would say teenager, at least, and then either a mom and dad figure or a man and a woman. And it was really weird because we kept getting scared coming through with the little girl, and you guys, I didn't hear anything because I didn't have the headphones in for very long. After you spooked me, I didn't want any part of listening to that shit.
So the word scared coming through
was in the background.
It was really buried under the
Yeah.
static. Normally when a word comes through, it's like Nikki.
Yeah.
But like this was like scared.
Yeah.
Like it was like really buried in there. It was kind of weird, and it was almost like because you're looking for a word.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's almost like it could have been. I don't know.
Yeah. But then it did feel like the male energy that was in this kind of moment was angry or was, I don't want to say malicious or evil, but was a little bit more like aggressive, I guess.
Yeah.
And it felt like a story played out. Like Joel had heard like a door close or like something like, kind of like an ending, like this is.
Right.
And then we couldn't really get anything. The bird chirping was really weird. Joel kept hearing.
I had heard some of it.
Did you hear some of it too? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we didn't hear that sound at Haley's house at all. Yeah. It sounded like a bird whistling.
Like almost a squeak though too.
And then it got to the point where it got loud enough that I was hearing it through the headphones that Joel was wearing. And we kept like, you would say it as Joel was saying it because we could hear it. And it was weird because, first of all, we didn't hear that sound at Haley's at all.
No.
But, I mean, we got probably like 5 hours worth of footage that I've been going through and watching it back. At one point, we ask if the bird whistle means yes or no.
Right.
And it's kind of like, we didn't get like a definitive answer, but it was leaning more towards it being yes. And then when you line up the chirps with the questions we were asking, it would make sense that it is being used as a yes or a no, like, answer. I don't know. It's
there you have it, folks. We communicated with a dead bird.
with a dead bird. Our pets' heads are falling off. You sold our blind bird. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was weird, and it was kind of weird. But then we went back to Haley's house because we had to drop Haley and Joel off, and we said, you know what? Since Joel's home now, let's just try. And there was some weird things that came through that time too. There was. I'm still editing that. I'm gonna finish editing it tonight. But Joel, was it Joel that you asked something and Joel had the spirit box in, the headphones in, and instantly was like, "You're stupid."
It was like, "Are you a spirit? Are you dead?" And it's like, "You're stupid."
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
"Wow."
You're like, "Thanks, asshole."
Yeah.
But there was also one at the end there when Joel had the headphones in where I can't remember what we asked. But I said something and Joel said, "You," and we were like, "Oh, what?" And then it was, "Bitch." Yeah. And then Joel was like, "That was
so
really
that's
clear,
the problem
like,
with the headphones. Like, it's so much clearer when you have the headphones
when you have the headphones,
but only you can hear it.
Exactly. You
And
really
it's up
have
to
to
your
trust.
interpretation.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
I think for filming, it's better to not have the headphones.
But the thing
But for
too
the
is in
experience-
filming, there were moments before we put the headphones in where we heard things clearly, like the kidnap and like stuff like that, that we heard clearly that you can't hear. And I mean, I should have grabbed this mic, and if I would have had the mic into
Right.
or like plugged into the phone, I could have had this closer to the spirit box. So like next time we're definitely, I think Lewis is coming out this week, and I think he wants to like fuck around a bit.
Okay.
I say that, but like, I mean that respectfully. We're not like, yeah, we want to like just see, because he's been really spooked. He's been watching all these clips I've been sending him. He's like, what the fuck?
Right. There was some times where me and Joel got a little silly
Yes.
and
Yep.
made college humor jokes.
Joel with the like, are you the one who made all my towels wet?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you. He's like, it wasn't me, it was you. There was another moment where we were in our basement, and I think you had the headphones in, and we were like, do you like Joel? Is that why you lit Joel's ball up first? Like,
Yeah.
you know, just touch one of the balls, just touch one of them and they'll light up. And you said, which part of? And we were like, any part, you can touch any part. Like, it was just like, it's weird how when you ask questions, there are moments that things line up. And then there are moments where none of it lines up at all. And it doesn't make any sense.
The words aren't clear, so it sounds the most like this.
Yes.
Like it almost sounds like some parts are like snap. Like
Yeah.
you got that name,
Edgar K. Edgar K. It was so clear.
came-
It's clear on the video.
Yeah, but then some
Edgar K.
parts are
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
muffled.
And I think that's where, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I think that's where your intuition kicks in. And I know that everybody has different
Chick
opinions.
intuition.
Everybody has different opinions on like trusting your intuition. But I think that when you are trying to connect with these different energies, your intuition plays a big role in it.
Right.
And like, you know, it's just like when you're doing tarot, and like I fully believe that weird gut feeling you get is either a warning or a sign. That's your intuition coming into play. And I think that when it does come to the spirit box, that you do have to kind of trust that. Like, if you think that this is what it sounds like, then say it anyways.
Right.
Especially if you have the sound canceling headphones on, so you can't necessarily hear exactly what the people are asking. You can kind of hear it muffled, but
Yeah.
you're not. If you aren't aware of what they're asking, I would say anything that comes through.
Right.
You know, like there were even moments like where Haley was like, I heard like a sentence, but I couldn't make out, but it was like
Yeah.
there were definitely syllables happening. It was,
Yeah. I got
So-
a lot of
yeah,
yeah, like that stuff.
yeah.
But then it'd be doing that, and then it would change its tone. It'd be like, or like its total voice. It'd be like,
Well,
like
in our basement, you used the headphones first, and we hadn't used headphones at Haley's. We came to our place and we
Okay.
used them, and you used them first, and you took them out, and you look at me, and this freaked me out. And I think that's why when I put the headphones in, I was already really uncomfortable. Was you looked at me, you said, "It sounds like you."
yeah, yeah,
It's like mimicking, like it sounds like your voice
Right.
is coming
Yeah.
back to me, and that put me so on edge. And then for me to put the headphones in and that fucking light, I only had those on for like maybe a minute, maybe two, before
Yeah.
Haley's light went off. And I just like, and I mean, I've already had experiences in that house when I first moved in, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. But then Haley put the headphones on right after you said, it sounds like Nikki, like
Right.
it's mimicking Nikki's voice. And then Haley was like, no, like it sounds like a little girl.
So we all shared headphones, and we're all gonna get nasty ear
Yeah.
infections.
It's fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to share headphones with anybody else but you three, so.
Okay.
It was cool though. I think that it's definitely one of those things where if you're skeptical, you're going to watch any footage like this and say, nope, they kicked the table and the light went off, or they've
Right.
scripted it out, or we're too fucking stupid to script anything out, first of all.
I could write a script.
Second of all, I texted Haley Friday around 5:30. I said, hey, Kevin wants to know what you're doing. She was like, I'm just getting off work. Why? I was like, yo, you want a ghost hunt? So we didn't plan this at all. We were just like, oh, let's go to Haley's and whatever.
Right.
Joel had no idea we were even there. He came home from work, or like
Yeah.
Haley warned him
All
on
the
his
lights
way.
are off.
Yeah. So I totally understand, and that's why I'm keeping the footage, like any footage we get, I'm gonna keep it just to the Patreon. Just keep
Okay.
it private.
Yeah.
Unless like we see crazy shit. But just because I think it's fun, and I think that, I know I've talked to a few people that are on the Patreon that are like, yo, I want to see this footage. But I can see why people would doubt it. Because unless you're there,
Mm-hmm.
and again, like you said, like the first time the light went off with you, like that was your goosebump moment of the night where you were like, whoa,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because it is freaky when it happens, whether you believe in ghosts or if you just, understand that energy just exists naturally. Like, it's still freaky when a fucking light goes off and no one's touched it.
Right.
And you know that in order for that light to go off, it has to be touched. There's still a party that's like, whoa. Like, there are faces that we all make throughout this that are just absolutely ridiculous. Another thing was the orbs in Haley's house.
There's that smoke too.
Oh, yeah, there's that one point that I can't.
There's just like a fuck ton of
There's
smoke
just a
in front of the
fuck
camera.
ton of smoke in front of the camera.
And I don't think she had any real candles burning.
No, and we were vaping, but we were so far away
Back,
from
yeah,
the camera.
yeah.
It was coming from back here.
Like right
It
in
came
front of the
in
camera.
and came right
Yeah.
in front of the camera. That was weird. Haley's house had tons of orbs. Our house, I understand it because we were in the basement. Basement's dusty, dirty, creepy, cat hair, whatever. Haley does have cats, but her house is clean as fuck. And there was just some in hers that were just so clear. But we did get one at our dining room table that I can't explain because it's a little orb that comes through, but it blinks. I showed you that one.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect circle, and it's kind of blinking, and
they're all like
that's
different
weird.
colors too.
Yes,
right?
Haley's
There's, like, some green and
definitely
blue
has a lot of
and-
different colors, which is weird. I mean, we're using our shitty iPhones, so it's not like I'm not editing this footage to make it. The only
Right.
editing I did on it is cutting out the extended periods where we were just like nothing was happening, and we were just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
Or I'd speed up spots that were. But yeah, it was cool. It was creepy. I'm interested to do it some more. But I don't know.
It was fun in the juvenile sense, like playing truth or dare in
Yeah.
the basement.
Yeah.
It was like, sneaking out. It was like
Yeah.
doing something that you're not strictly doing for work or a chore.
Yes.
It was like, and different than playing a board game. It was a little like edgier than
Yeah.
playing fucking
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity. It was, kind of made me feel kind of like a kid again
Yeah.
to like do something
Yeah.
that's a little creepy.
Because you don't know what the outcome is.
Right.
Like you play a board game, it's XYZ. You play Cards Against Me, it. Like this was very much like, oh my God, anything could happen right now. Like really, you could fucking, if my grandma's name came through that fucking spirit box, I would freak the fuck out.
Right.
And you don't know, it could happen.
Yeah.
So what if it's just radio frequency? It could fucking happen. And that was like a really cool feeling to just be like, oh my gosh, what's gonna come through? Whether you believe in ghosts or not, it's still cool when things line up. It's still cool when you point at this plastic ball and it fucking lights up. That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Lewis comes down this weekend,
Yep.
we'll probably just do our house.
Yeah, we'll do our house again.
I was thinking a good spot to do it would be that initial spot in the doorway where the cats congregate.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I just don't know if I emotionally, I'll
or the living room.
fucking cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the cats' names are going to come through.
No, I know they won't.
Right.
But I think you're right. I think that is a really good place to do it. Just because that's where Rocket had seen.
It's like the central hub of the house.
Yeah, had seen the orbs. This person is stupid, but we had known somebody in our past who had been in our library and very randomly was I feel like there's like a little girl's energy here.
I don't know who you're talking about. That is a terrible clue. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like this person was not brilliant. Not very intelligent, but like we were like in the middle of a conversation and they were just like, I just feel like there's a weird, like a little girl's energy here. And have you ever? And I was like, oh, funny story. And then I had told them this, but so I think the library could be, I think that fireplace is really like, it's got like a vibe to it for sure. But yeah, and like I know like Braden's house, after I showed Braden some stuff, he's been like, yeah, I want to do it at my place. But I just think it's fun. I think it's like a different thing to do on a Friday night. Like, you know, when you don't drink,
So,
you got to do something fun.
I was bugging you, and I said, Nikki Rouillet, the tattoo artist, the stained glass maker, the candle maker, the tarot card reader, the
Book reviewer,
the
tarot card
crystal
maker,
seller,
printmaker. I know.
ghost hunter.
I know. I do a lot. It's called ADHD. I should get on some fucking meds for it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's fun. I think it's fun because for me, it's something that like I can't make into work.
That's bullshit.
Well,
'Cause
no,
I said
no.
Fuck that.
No, because I don't have the energy to make it into work. Like it would take so much, and I just want it to be for fun.
No, we're gonna end up being full blown fucking
No, we're
ghost hunters.
not.
We're gonna go into
No, we're not.
strangers' houses and be like, does a male with a mustache mean anything to
Oh
you?
my god,
Yeah,
no,
my
we
dad
will
had a mustache.
not.
Oh my god, so your dad
No, we
came
will
through.
not.
And he said apples. Have you ever eaten an apple? And they're like, I've fucking totally had fucking
Stop
apples before.
it.
Like your dad told you to fucking.
But see, I think that's why I had fun doing it, is because we weren't trying to like exaggerate anything. You know what I mean? Like we
Right.
weren't trying to impress somebody. We were just like, hey, we just want to see if something happens. And if it does, cool. And if it doesn't, fuck, we wasted a night. Who cares? We had fun. We hung out with our homies. It was good.
Do I got sweat stains in my shirt?
Yeah, you do.
Gross. There they are.
No, I think it was super cool, and I am interested to like, you know, whatever. It's, like I said, just bring it out for a fun Friday night.
This is my shirt that I got covered in blood. I can't believe you got all the blood out of this shirt.
I know I'm a little housewife over here.
Yeah, so if Lewis comes down, we got our place that we can do, and maybe weather permitting, the
Go.
museum.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there's like one spot there where they have, I think, the original wall.
Yo, we should rent a room for a night at Helena's hotel. And go fucking check that out.
See, now if you're spending that much money, you gotta look at it as investments.
Oh my god. Investments.
And you're gonna need a return.
Oh my
and a
gosh.
yield and
Whatever.
gross net profit margins.
Okay. No.
Okay. So whatever, we're fucking like novice ghost hunters now. That's a thing.
That's pretty cool.
What else?
It's your birthday next week.
34. What, we met when I was 26?
Yeah.
26?
8 years. Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, these days.
Yeah. I'm surprised this furnace hasn't kicked on.
I know. I'm very
We've got
happy about
lucky.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Anything else happened this week that's pissed you off?
Probably.
Probably.
Our extension cord got stolen.
Oh, fuck.
I must
Yeah.
have left the extension cord out after cutting
Yeah.
the grass one day, and someone stole my extension cord.
Bastards.
Fuck. So I have to buy an extension cord.
Mm-hmm.
They're not cheap.
No, I know.
Good extension cords
I
like
know.
$100.
Fucking assholes.
Fucking suck.
Oh, we got a neon sign for the shop coming in that I'm really stoked on. It's like tall and like we're gonna stick it in the window. I'm stoked for that.
Yeah.
Not stoked for figuring out how to plug it in, but we'll get there.
Right. I think
that's
like
the
we
next
could
week
run an
problem.
extension cord. Depends.
I
if
was
the-
thinking
does it
across-
plug in? Pardon me, from the bottom or from the top?
I'm not sure. I have no
Because
idea.
if it's from the bottom, we could probably run extension cord along the floor and like hug
No.
the walls with it.
But then across my fucking floor?
Well, there's the floorboard because it's a different level. You could bump it right up to that.
Yeah.
It
I
wouldn't be
still
pretty.
feel like it's a fucking a choking hazard, a tripping hazard.
Not if it's
I was
bumped up
thinking
against
if it comes through the top, we can go along the wall across the top of my doorway and down because there's a plug-in right there.
Right, which also would not be pretty.
But if I get a banner to stick in that front area instead of the fucking
And then go
artwork,
over the cord.
and then I can put it over the cord.
So much.
Business
fucking
things. It's so fun being a business owner.
Oh.
Everybody should do it. It's just like the greatest time of my life.
We gave Miller
Oh, baby.
a fuck ton of Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah.
We came in with like the giant Ninja Turtle sewer lair. It's like
Yeah.
3 feet tall.
It's taller than him.
Probably like
Yeah.
80 different fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Bikes, vans.
Miller
all sorts
is
of shit.
Braden's almost 3-year-old, our buddy that's working with us now. So he's the cutest little kid. I don't like kids, but Miller is little Milner.
Yeah.
He's sick right now. Poor boy.
Yeah.
But at least he's got cool Ninja Turtles.
Start him young, get him into those turtles.
Yeah.
I seen another
He was having the
tattooer-
best time though. He like, what's that?
I seen
What's
another
that?
tattooer on Instagram, and he's doing some fucking stupid skit, but in the background it's all Ninja Turtle
That's
action
dope.
figures.
That's cool.
And I really wanted to comment and be like, "Hey,
Sup?
I like turtles."
I like turtles. Yeah, no, he was having a great time. And then you guys were like playing the Miller game where he loves being hit with pillows,
Pillow fights are awesome.
pillow fights. But man, Braden goes hard on that boy. And he loves it. He's like screeching and howling and having the best time. And I'm just like, so scared this kid's gonna get hurt. He's so cute though. Like he came in with Tina for the flash day. And he ran into my station, Auntie Nikki, and he like had little truck tattoos, and I just
Well, he came into my station first, and I was tattooing a girl.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Kevin, and that's not Auntie Nikki." Boom, and he fucking dipped.
he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a little cutie, that one.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's the way to get us to like your kid. Be like, go call them auntie and uncle,
Yeah.
and then I just fucking melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do that hockey game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tina asked me about the date and the time so that she can put it in the calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really excited.
So how far in advance do we have to buy those tickets? Should we get on it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it.
Like, I don't think they
I
sell
don't think
out.
so
do
either,
they? But
yeah, because Tina's family is from Swift Current too, so she's got a Broncos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's got a Broncos toque. She's like, Miller can wear the Broncos toque. Yeah.
how unfortunate.
It'd be cool if I know that I do have it. I don't know if my sister might have left it there, but I have a Broncos jersey from when I was a kid, like when I was like 5.
Okay. I know you have a new one. do
I have a
you
new
not?
one, yeah, but I have a kid's one that I had when I was a kid, so it's got their old logo on it. And yeah, that'd be like super cool to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that should be exciting.
When I was a kid, the guy that drew the Calgary Flames logo, the C, he wrote a kid's book about hockey,
That's so
and he came to our school and did a book reading, and like you buy the book for like $5 and he signs it. But I just happened to be wearing a Calgary Flames shirt that day. I got him to sign my Calgary Flames shirt,
That's cute.
and all I can remember is that he was missing a leg.
I mean,
I was like fucking 5.
I mean, yeah, like
I was
when
like,
you're
whoa,
that, when you're
guy
that
does
age,
not
you're
have a
gonna.
leg.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That C is notoriously hard to draw. As a
it's
child,
so hard to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to try to draw it all the time. You know what else is really hard to draw? The Montreal Canadiens logo.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's just a C and an H. You think it's really easy. But then my mom, whenever playoffs would come,
Yeah.
whenever Montreal made
You
playoffs,
paint the
so not
windows,
often,
right?
I would paint the windows for her. So not only am I having to draw this ridiculously hard
Backwards.
C and H, but you got to do it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucked. It was the worst, but whatever. Got to rep the team, you know.
So are you going to get, what's that fucking ghost box?
A REM pod?
Yeah.
I was looking, so you can get, because it's essentially an EMF reader, like a REM pod, right? You can get a REM pod that's kind of the shape of the one we have now, but that does have lights and sound. So it's essentially like a REM pod. It's just a cheaper version of it. So you don't have to spend $400. You can spend $90 on it, from the same company that the spirit box that we got is from. So I don't know. I was looking at it. I'm not sure exactly what. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, a REM pod would be cool as hell.
Yeah.
I like the laser things too. The laser flashlights.
There's
Those
the
are pretty
camera
cheap.
that like finds the. I guess you can like modify the Xbox 360 cameras
Stop it right now.
to do, because that's what
Really?
they're for, right? They track your body when you're playing Connect.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think they like make those. They modify
That's
those.
creepy.
And, yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
Thank you. Thank you for watching another episode of Kevin Causes Chaos. Like, subscribe, follow, share. If you want to see more of the ghostly footage that we filmed, go over to the Patreon. Do the Patreon buttons there. And don't forget to check out some of the merch for the tattoo shop merch. There's a website. I'm sure there's a link somewhere. You can find it.
Wow.
We'll see you next week. And
Next week we're gonna do a birthday podcast. You're gonna open your present on camera.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
good.
not fair.
Why?
That's not fair.
Why?
Because that's not fair.
Whatever.
You want me to cry? You're trying
You want
make
me to cry? You want me to
Okay.
cry?
Politely go fuck yourself. Thank you.